What do y'all think about JJ Redick after his rookie campaign? If you guys had to give him some type of report card, what grade would you be giving JJ Redick after we seen what happened in the up and down regular season, what we saw and witnessed in the postseason, even his attitude and behavior once the Lakers were eliminated? What are your honest thoughts and opinions on Coach JJ Redick? That's what I want to definitely talk about this evening for starters. And if you can see behind me, I got another brand new canvas. Shout out to the Drip Show, first of all, for the canvas that they sent on Friday. You'll see the new joint with Luka, LeBron, and Kobe. Just fire, but they doubled up. They doubled up for Lakers land. If y'all see behind me, they sent me another one that came today. I didn't even open it. I'm going to open it while we're live on this stream so we can see what the exclusive is. Drip Show told me that they only did 23 of these canvases. So this is an exclusive. I can't wait to check it out in a couple minutes. But getting back to Coach JJ Redick, what are y'all thoughts and opinions on JJ? There's a lot that you can break down when you talk about Coach JJ Redick going into his second year. I don't know if we've had a history of sophomore slumps from the coaches. You know how with the rookies, it seemed like you have that sophomore slump in the second year that is pretty typical and normal when it comes to the players. But when it comes to the coaches, I'm thinking objectively, coaches could only get better. You don't really have a slump. You can't control the wins and losses, but as far as being able to adjust and the things that you really wasn't locked in on in your first campaign, I'm thinking that second year for coaches only could get better. So I'm wondering, where should we stand and engage Coach JJ Redick with less than 30 days before opening night? One of the things I wanted to talk about with JJ Redick specifically is lineup optimization. I feel like lineup optimization, y'all, is going to be pivotal for the Lakers' success, because last year we saw JJ Redick at times throw all types of lineups and units out there that really didn't make sense. So understanding the personnel is going to be very pivotal for the success of the Lakers. And for those who don't know, lineup optimization pretty much is like the advanced basketball principle of like constructing 5-man units that are maximize the rating efficiency by balancing the skill sets, also, versatility and matchup added, just being able to adapt. It's not so much about putting the best 5 players on the court. It's about finding the best 5 in that right context. And this is exactly why, me personally, I'm putting JJ Redick on the hot seat. Not to lose his job or anything like that. It's too early to make that type of noise. But I'm not giving JJ a pass anymore when it comes to certain things. It's trial and error in your first year, but I need to see improvement when we talking about how he's constructing and adjusting, readjusting with these lineups. Don't let the 50-32 record fool y'all from last season. Please don't. Much due respect to the Lakers, much due respect to JJ Redick, but the numbers look clean. But when it comes down to optimizing these lineups, especially what we saw in the playoffs versus the Timberwolves, JJ flat out got exposed. There's really no other way to spin it or kind of get around it. You don't run regular season motion heavy systems, brag about spacing and analytics and stuff like that, then watch your whole second unit rotation just fall flat when the game slows down in April and in May. Like, that's malpractice for a coach. I'm giving him a little bit of grace because, again, this was his rookie season. But I have to see immediate improvement from JJ Redick when we're talking about lineup optimization, putting these guys in, a place in a position to be successful. That's just the bottom line. We've watched Coach JJ Redick preach all this off-ball gravity and shot value, but when the possession demanded, staggered rotations and cross-matching, JJ froze. It was real Darvin Ham-esque kind of like in that second half of the season. Then to go 1-4 in the playoffs, we just didn't, and then we didn't, and none of the players really helped when we played the Timberwolves. That's not about analytics. That's about reality. You can't have a +9 differential over 500 in the regular season and then turn around and get bounced because you didn't adjust substitution patterns the right way or know how to counter high usage mismatches. The lineup optimization for JJ Redick, I'm on him from game one. To me, it's going to truly define whether JJ Redick is a real legitimate head coach, or is he like if this was just a novelty hire catered by LeBron James? Is JJ Redick going to be able to somewhat manipulate LeBron and Luka's minutes while, still maintaining that space and equity? Because he got a lot of new faces on this team. JJ Redick is going to have to find a way to weaponize these role players by slotting them into all types of proper usage tiers instead of just forcing them into redundant actions. It just doesn't make sense. There's a lot to really unpack with JJ Redick. And I know, again, that there's a learning curve for everyone, players and coaches included, especially since JJ Redick didn't have any coaching experience. But what we witnessed last season, some of the things that, really we fell short on, JJ has to make the improvements. I'm not saying he's going to turn into a Hall of Fame coach in 1 year. But JJ has to learn how to make adjustments. He needs to understand the personnel, and he needs to get these lineups together, bro. Either JJ learns how to manipulate 5-man lineups like a seasoned tactician coach, or the hot seat is going to be real. I don't believe anybody right now is super safe now that we got new ownership in Mark Walters. The only one that I believe should feel comfortable might be Luka. We know Genie is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Rob Pelinka damn near is on the hot seat. LeBron is on his way out. Realistically, JJ Redick, I don't see him being an untouchable. I'm not saying fire JJ Redick. I'm not saying he's not a decent coach at all. But he is somebody that I've always wondered how it would work with the Lakers post LeBron. That's when we would really figure out if the Lakers brought him in because they believed in his ability, or if this was just a whole thing, catered and quarterback by LeBron James. But, at times I do like JJ Redick's philosophy. I do feel like he coaches outside the box, very analytics heavy. I don't get mad at the numbers, so to speak, all the time. I just feel like the eye test means just as much as statistics. When you look at the strengths and the weaknesses for JJ Redick, I believe JJ is an elite communicator. I give props to JJ Redick for his communication. No doubt about that. What other strength would you say JJ Redick actually has? His communication, I think, is decent. I think for the most part, and I mean, you have to credit the superstars of the team, but he's a decent culture builder. I don't like what they did with Dalton Connect, to be honest. But I like the culture of the Lakers. I think that JJ is very detail oriented. I think that's a strength from him, and just this modern offensive philosophy. Like I said, being outside the box, to me, that's always a plus. But JJ weaknesses, they stand out so much. Outside of him not having a prior coaching record, the defensive schemes that we've seen him with the Lakers is still a work in progress. The rotational communication it totally broke down in the playoffs. So I'm hoping guys like Marcus Smart, Adu Thero, if he gets an opportunity, Jared Vanderbilt, if he's able to stay healthy, Gabe Vincent. I hope some of these guys who were looking to have some defensive identity, systematically help the schemes that JJ Redick is trying to find um, a way to put together. What's up, guys, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button for us so we can get this content in the algorithm. And also, please be sure to subscribe to the Lakers Land YouTube channel if you're new. And you can also purchase a channel membership for exclusive Lakers Land content. Also, join our Lakers Land watch party room on Playback TV for free VIP access to all of our Laker games and our live weekly podcast. That's playback.tv/LakersLand show. We also have merchandise available in our YouTube channel store, so grab some Lakers Likes merch today. Peace.